Hi, this is you with the review of the AE1 Low. The AE1 was a pretty impressive shoe in a lot of ways. Well, first of all, it's the signature shoe of one of the hottest players out there. AE1 was out about a year ago, and now they're still barely pushing out AE1 Lows, which was already out when Anthony Edwards was playing in the playoffs. So I don't know what Adidas is doing. Over here in Korea, these are so hard to get. Once they're out, unless you buy them, you're gonna have to pay premium to resellers. They just get out. The sizes are out almost immediately once they're up on retail or online, but rarely you can find them. Anyway, this is a pretty interesting color. Looks and feels a lot like Foamposites, right? Yep. The difference between the highs and low. The highs, well, the normal ones are heavier than this, but this is not exactly a lightweight either. The AE1s for about size 90 weigh about 510 grams, which is crazy. Chic Brit load heavy, and it felt as heavy. This one low, they shave off some weight, I guess. It's for size 90, it weighs about 450 grams, so it's considerably lighter, but it doesn't feel lighter. It feels like a Foamposite. It looks like a Foamposite. It feels like a slightly light Foamposite. Some people say the low cut has a bit of heel slippage, but I didn't really feel that. There's a internal heel cup and then the external one as well. But honestly, I wish they would do something about this, because this adds probably a lot of weight. Just take it off. You don't need it. The Harden 2s, I actually shaved off this excessive rubber outsole at the heel, and really helped to lighten the load a lot. The chunk of the heel was about 20-30 grams. That's crazy, right? So Adidas, they should try and make their shoe a little bit more lightweight. So I didn't feel any heel slippage, but I did have a problem with it's well padded all around, but this thing, it's a low, but it's kind of protruding. So if it's protruding, it better be flexible, but it's not. It's kind of rigid. So for some people, you might feel this kind of pinches into your Achilles a little bit. It's not crazy painful, but depending on your foot shape and the way you play, you might feel a bit of an irritation or might get even some blisters. So try it on and decide for yourself. The difference between the normal and the lows, the tongue is completely separated, so easier slide in and slide out. The AE1s, maybe it's just in my country, but some of the releases, they differ. They're the same AE1s, not the lows. The AE1s, some of them were different. First of all, some of them had a tongue that was kind of like a one-piece tongue where you had to like really open them and spread them so you can slide your foot in. And then some other models, AE1s, they had a bit of a slit so you can wear it easily. So I don't know what this randomness is about. And then also, you can see the spring plate or the torsion plate can be seen from the outsole, so it's not going to be interfering with the cushioning. But the earlier models of the AE1s released here, that I tried, they had a rectangular, crazy plastic plate right underneath your insole. So that really irritated your foot, and it really hindered the boost down there. And then some other models, the A1s, they did not have this stupid plate. So I guess they were making improvements secretly, but it's already out there. Some people already experienced your hiccups before you actually made those changes, which you should have made. Another difference is that they changed the cushioning. They called it Light Boost. The AE1s, the Jet Boost full length. I think that also kind of helped lighten the shoe a little bit, because there are two separate pucks on a square puck on the forefoot and a round puck at the heel there. But the heel, I can feel there's a boost-like material, but on the forefoot, barely. It feels like the old school Adidas shoe where on the forefoot, you don't feel much except for the insole cushioning. So it kind of feels like Zoom Freak ones, where you feel a hit of a heel cushioning, but on the forefoot, it's okay. It's not punishing, but it's not forgiving either. Especially when you consider that this actually has, advanced tech on the forefoot, you don't really feel it. Another problem is that the insole is crap. I mean, this kind of EVA material is fine, but on the top, they really have a starchy layer that really hinders and negates any cushioning. So if you put any decent insole here, it will be much better than what you have compared to the given insole. So do that if you really like this shoe and if you want to wear this for performance. But again, the boost, it's not better. It's like the same, if not inferior, to the old school boots that were first being introduced to Adidas, like the Harden 2s or 3s, they feel sort of like this. And they were still lighter than this shoe. So I don't know what's going on. And in terms of shock absorption, again, this is lower to the ground compared to the normal AE ones, but it's not that much lower, but it's sacrificing quite a bit more cushioning, especially on the forefoot. Again, it's just flat, chunky. So they feel like the retro Foamposites, where you feel a little bit of a heel cushioning, but it's still kind of clunky. On the forefoot, you don't feel much. That's sort of what it feels like. Fit-wise, I say go true to size. It looks chunky, but it's not that crazy wide. And especially, good thing about this, they don't have a crazy toe box dead space, which is an Adidas signature. So it locks and hugs your foot nicely on top here, especially. Width-wise, it's not crazy punishing, but it's not crazy wide either. But if you have a very narrow foot and you like a tight fit, then maybe you might want to go half a size down, but I would advise against that. Try to go true to size. It fits nicely. It just, yeah. So it's weird. It's boost you can't really feel. It's heavy. The color and design is beautiful. It's a monumental, souvenir worthy cop, because this is his first signature shoe of a superstar athlete in the making. But yeah, also the price point is pretty low. But I don't know what it is, but in my country, in Korea, I don't know what is wrong with Adidas Korea. Either this is being released like a pair per size or something like that, because they're sold out immediately and then they're being resold at a hefty premium. So yeah. Oh, outrigger, it's not really prominent, but it's there. The base is pretty wide, so it feels really stable. Traction is just like the AE ones. It's really good all around, and the grooves are really deep and thick. This is like the better version of the Rose 6 outsoles, which was kind of barely scraped on there. So good traction. Get a good insole. If you like the design, get it. Performance wise, it's affordable, but I wouldn't say this is ideally an ideal choice. If something is this heavy, it should have somewhat of a really, big shock absorption or something to boost, but it's a lightweight, low to the floor guard shoe type of shoe that is super heavy.